shameless plug. So from '99, so you were still a very active arm wrestler.
Oh
in
yeah.
'99.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, it's always fun to me. I'll always be arm wrestling. I mean, you know, pulling the Masters now, you know, just don't have time to be doing everything. So, you know, pulling the Masters is fun. And, you know, around here I still like to compete with the guys and that. So, you know, it's just all for the fun of it now.
So since you started pulling in the Masters, so how have you done nationally at the nationally and internationally in the Masters?
Last couple of years have been kind of rough, but I mean,
I
won national.
Craig Mitchell mean anything to you?
Yeah. He's kind of had my number the last couple of years. We're coming back for you, Craig.
Well, I think there was one time you beat him in nationals, and he came back and
beat me at the Worlds.
beat you at the Worlds.
Yeah,
but so
you really blew, Craig.
So you won a couple Masters.
A couple Masters titles, yeah.
Okay, and then how have you done at the Worlds? I know we joke about Craig, but
I haven't really placed up in there.
No?
No. Not that I recall.
Okay, so now looking at my notes again, so you started refereeing the Worlds roughly around 2002.
Yeah.
So that's Springfield, Illinois, I believe. So that was your first.
That was the first one of refereeing the Worlds. That was a lot of fun, you know, going down there and seeing all the guys from around the world again, because I hadn't been to the Worlds for several years. So
now, okay, you competed at the Worlds as an arm wrestler. So now when you step up and referee, so are nerves a factor that first day?
You know, it doesn't matter if you're refereeing or competing. You still want to get that one first match out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, you want that one easy match to kind of glide into the tournament, and then, you know, after that, then, you know, the last thing you want is a real tough match.
Yeah, you get the two top guys matched up first round.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
You want the nice easy match to start your day off, but you usually don't get that. But no, that was a lot of fun, and refereeing the Worlds now, traveling all around the world. That's really nice, you know, be able to see the world.
So, having been to a couple Worlds myself, so how much do you get to see, and how much is well, I think some people are under the impression that it's all fun and games sometimes. I know last year in Manchester, myself and Joey Costello were out sightseeing, and you were stuck in meetings and referee seminars.
Yeah.
So you know what? It's great to be there and everything, but I don't think people understand that there's a hell of a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes too.
Yeah, I think last year I had 1 day. When we went to England, we had the 1 day. We went down to London and check it out. But I mean, when I went to Japan, I didn't have any time. South Africa, we had I had 1 day to get out, because I'm on the anti-doping committee too. So, you know, between meetings for that, meetings for the North American Federation, you know, WAF meetings and stuff like that, referee seminars, there's your week shot.
I do want to get into the anti-doping thing that you brought up, but we'll wait. So 2002, you go to Springfield, Illinois for the Worlds, and you're refereeing. So did you pull down there too, or was
just refereed down there?
Okay, and so since 2002, from what I've seen, you've basically been more involved on the administrative side. I know you still pull to have fun in that, but the refereeing seems to be taken front and center now.
Yeah, well, it basically has to, you know, at the world level. I mean, the main thing is to get the refereeing up there. That's why we really focus on, you know, the referees from other countries, getting them qualified, and, you know, training these guys from other countries. But some of the referees in other countries, you know, I hate to say it, but they're just not up to what we expect around here. No fault of their own, you know, they just haven't been taught. So, you know, that's our main goal now, is to get these guys trained, and so they can have a good quality official there that can take it back to his country and continue the mode of training people.
Is it a disadvantage, like you say? Okay, so here in North America, we have, you know, Rick Pinkney, Dave Hicks,
Dave Campbell,
Campbell, yeah, a bunch,
and then
really
down
good,
the States you get Leonard and
Keith
Bill
Michelle,
Collins, yeah,
so
exactly,
top quality referees. So now you go to a tournament you go to the Worlds, and you don't have one of these guys reffing your match. So you have somebody from, and I don't want to pick on any country at all.
Yeah.
So you have somebody from a country, and the referees are not as experienced and not as trained. Is that an advantage to the arm wrestler or a disadvantage?
It's an advantage to the experienced arm wrestler.
Okay.
An experienced arm wrestler can take advantage of the situation, whereas an inexperienced arm wrestler may end up losing it before the match even starts.
Okay.
That's why, you know, well, I mean, when we set up our referees, we always spread out our top level referees. I mean, there's North America's not the only place that's got the best referees. I mean,
No.
you know, Robert
Cornick from Germany is a great referee.
Yeah, Camilla from where's she from now? I think she's from Germany now. She's actually from Finland. Or something like that. She's a very good referee. There's lots of good referees out there. So you know, we spread out the top referees throughout the tables. So you know, you've at least got one really good top quality referee, and then I mean, even some of our second referees, you know, our second tier of referees. We get our masters, and then our senior. This is at the worlds we run at masters, seniors, and then juniors. So I mean, you know, your senior referees are still good quality referees, you know, and our junior referees, all they're doing is spot judging. They're not starting matches. So I mean, you know, you may lose an odd call on them, but you know, you have to expect that.
Okay, so last year at Manchester, they ran 6 tables.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, you need 12 top quality referees, plus some extras so that the guys and girls get a break.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be on your feet refereeing that high of a level all day. There were some long days in Manchester.
Yeah, there was a lot of long days. I mean, we're looking at eight tables this year in Bulgaria. So yeah, that's gonna be tough for you to videotape, eh?
Just one guy with a camera. You know what? I have a hard time keeping up with 3 tables. Last year, where I was situated, 6 tables was a challenge.
Yeah, but you were sitting in a nice spot.
It was, and it wasn't too bad. I'm hoping to get access to the stage this year, but 8 tables, I'm going to go in there 300 pounds, come out at 200. I'll be skinny in a week.
But no, I mean, there's definitely some challenges there to keep the referees circulating, to keep you know, top quality referees on the tables at all times, and you know, we can meet that challenge.
Okay, so here in Canada, I know there's different. We have different levels: masters, level 3, 2, 1, spotter. So and the referees are tested, and then you have to go out and work a certain amount of tournaments, and before you test for your next. Yeah. So is that how it's done in like the U.S. and the rest of the world? Or?
The Americans are actually starting to catch on to our way of doing things. I mean, they've got their own way of doing things, and you know, if it works for them, that's fine. The rest of the world is actually starting to get onto our referee training seminar type thing, and putting on the seminar and seeing the way we do it with, you know, video tests and written tests and practical tests and stuff like that. At the Worlds, there's just not time for that, so we basically give them a written test to what their knowledge is of the rules, and just a practical test. Because I think we had 40 in our group last year to be tested.
40 people, 40 referees showed up to be tested at the Worlds.
And I mean, you had guys that were, you know, really good guys. You know, Pat Callan from Canada, and Joe Costello were going in there, you know, for the first time, did very well. And then I mean, you had some guys from countries that just had no idea what was going on at the table. The language was a big barrier, but you know, in WAF, English is the language at the table. So if you can't speak the language, then you know, we can't use that person at the table. But if they've got a good understanding of the rules, know what's going on, maybe in their own country, they'll do a good job.
Okay, so you bring up language, and okay, the referees all have key words that they use.
Yeah.
What about the arm wrestler? If that
the referee, the arm wrestler has to know those key words. If I say wrist, you need to know as a competitor from whatever country, you know, and you can't speak English, that I want you to straighten your wrist.
So me from Bulgaria, I have to know what the word wrist means.
Yes.
Okay.
And if I, you know, plus I'm pointing at your wrist or giving you a little poke in the wrist, or if I say shoulder, or you know, or referee's grip, stuff like that, they need to know, the arm wrestlers have to know these words as much as the referees do.
Okay, so I know here in Canada, when it gets down to a referee's grip, the referee makes the referee's grip sign. Same thing in the Worlds as well?
Yes, exactly. You know, there are standard signs that we use, the referee's grip, straps, and all those kind of things are part of it. The one tough part is, you know, is when you're refereeing, you can't use other words. You can't go like, come on guys, we're almost there, let's get, you know, let's just do this, let's do that, and we're, you know, I'm going to start the match. I can't use any other words. It's wrist, you know, thumbs, stuff like that, and that's all you can use, because if you don't understand English and I start saying other words in there, you know, you don't know what I'm saying to the other guy. And it may seem, I actually got accused of that one time of speaking French, and I don't even speak French. I'm accused of helping a French competitor.
Yeah.
He was going to be in big trouble if I was giving him French.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know Rick, that's very funny.
I'm very unilingual.
So, okay, but so speaking of which, if someone's accusing you of cheating, so now as a Canadian referee, if I as a Canadian competitor come to the table, that's acceptable?
Except in the finals. The finals is the only place where we switch off the referees, and you can't either referee or spot judge a competitor if there's a competitor from your country.
Okay.
That's why you see a lot of changing up.
Okay, have we come across any incidents, I don't want you to name names or anything, where somebody has...
there was accusations
okay.
of a referee, and he was escorted out of the referee area.
So for kind of like coaching at the table? Or
that's what it was. Okay. Well, not so much at the table, but not at the table, but in the warm-up area.
Okay.
So, I mean, we don't know what, we just know he was talking to competitors, and people seem to think that he was, but, you know, we rectified the situation, so.
Okay. So, you know, okay, great, that happens. So, that's 2002 to the present. You pretty well went over the rules. We got kids in the backyard.
Want to take a break?
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Let's take a break right here, and don't press the button yet. And, yeah, don't just, yeah. You have to let it go for like a good 10 seconds.
You want to start to redo that other one?
Yeah, well, we probably will, because those kids did distract me. But because I can turn down the sound. You don't, when we stop talking, you don't turn it off, because I can't go from one scene to the next smoothly enough. Now you can stop it. Oh, we were just wrapping up basically about you refereeing at the Worlds.
Okay.
Right, from 2002 till basically the present. We touched on Manchester and that type of thing.
So you going to drug testing?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I actually want to go. Okay, so we've talked about you. Okay. So you're going to zoom in on me again. Zoom in on me first before you press. So just tell me so you can start. It's recording. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of our discussion with Rick Pinkney on ArmsportVideos in Focus. So, I think where we left off last time, we were discussing about refereeing at the Worlds from 2002 up till the present time. You've been focusing mainly on refereeing. So now let's go back to the arm wrestling side of things. So since 2002 till up to now, just what's been going on in Nova Scotia arm wrestling, Canadian arm wrestling? We could just touch briefly on that kind of thing.
Well, we've been doing quite a few different things now in Nova Scotia, trying stuff, kind of a takeoff from what they're doing down in the States with their challenge matches. We got into some 4-ways, which are really fun, interesting type stuff. You know, you get 4 guys, you know, doesn't matter what size they are, as long as they're equal strengths type thing, and line them up, and either right arm, left arm. And see, it's a round robin type affair, which is different from what our normal tournaments are, you know, and come out with a champion there. We also, our challenge matches, you know, the great thing about the challenge match, you know, you and I can challenge one another and kind of make up what we want to do. Either we want 6 straight up matches, we want to go in the hook, you know, we want to start off in the straps, referee's grip, you know, the possibilities are endless, or a combination of a bunch of them.
So this one seems more, to my way of thinking, this is more entertainment than it is.
Yeah. Plus, it's a lot of fun for the guys. The guys really enjoy the challenge matches going, except when you go 0-6. That's not fun. But no, it's a lot of fun for the guys to really, you know, take on somebody 6 matches in a row. You can really try a lot of stuff.
So we've adopted the PAL format of 6 matches.
Yeah.
What are we giving them? 2 minutes in between?
Yeah,
in between matches, type of thing.
So we go for a tiebreaker.
If it's 3-3 at the end of the 6 matches, we go for the 7th, which I personally like a lot better than I've seen the best 2 out of 3. The best 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
If it's 2 out of 3, the guys are just getting warmed up and used to each other, and it could be over.
Exactly.
So I'm
no,
like,
6 matches, especially going the full 6 matches, because even if a guy takes you down the first 4, you still got 2 more matches in there to try to redeem yourself, and you know, at least win 2 matches, you know, and you think, wow, you know, I walked out there, okay, I learned something towards the end, the guy might have been burnt down, but I get some good stamina, I can hold him off the end, or, you know, I want to try 6 different things. I want to see which thing works the best on this guy. He's beat me every time we've lined up, so now I got 6 chances of trying something.
Yeah, because I've always felt that tournaments are for arm wrestlers.
Yeah.
Tournaments, for the most part, outside of, you know, you get some exciting matches here and there, aren't great for spectators.
No.
It takes so long to get through a tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
An arm wrestler loves to see these matchups.
Yeah.
The spectator doesn't want to sit there for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is these like the Monday Night Wars thing that we've started here in Nova Scotia, and these challenge matches, they're much more entertaining for the spectator as well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, the guy just can sit back and watch the guy. You know, these guys. I mean, we've had some great matches coming out of these. These guys are picking their own matches, and nobody's picking somebody that they know they're gonna, you know, walk through 6 matches. Everybody figures, you know, here's somebody I'm really close to, and guys won't take the matches unless they are, you know. Although, I mean, we've had some 6-0, you know, annihilations, but yet, I mean, most guys, I mean, even those have been fairly close. Been some tough matches in there, so I mean, it's, you know, it's really exciting to watch.
Sometimes the score doesn't always tell the whole story.
Exactly.
Just because somebody, you know, won 5-1 doesn't mean that it was that lopsided. I know in the score sheet it is, but if
some of those 5 matches have been really tough matches.
Just while we're on the subject, we had a couple of the younger guys, Chris Scott and Terrence Wrigley, end up going to what we're calling overtime, a 7th match, when they had a challenge.
Yeah.
That was absolutely one of the most exciting challenge matches I have seen yet.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, 2 young guys, just, you know, again, 2 guys that are lined up, you know, both about the same weight, you know, young guys getting into it, and they fared off and they went at her good, you know, both top rollers, and they went in the Hulk and everything, so that was really exciting to watch.
Yeah, it was truly exciting, and we were at Bud's Pub in Dartmouth, and the whole place was just erupting every match because these kids were putting on such a great show. Unfortunately, that's the one night that the audio wasn't working, so you couldn't really you can watch the matches, but there's no audio. We had to put some music in, but so we touch on the challenge matches, which seem to be going over not only good here, but they seem to be catching on more across Canada. Ontario's running some more. Manitoba and Saskatchewan just had a Manitoba versus Saskatchewan event that was just challenge matches all afternoon.
That sounds like a great plan.
I think it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
We got to come up with somebody close that we can do it. There doesn't seem to be enough pullers in New Brunswick right now that we could do that.
Come up with that many matches, yeah. But yeah, no, that'd definitely be something we should look forward to for either maybe Ontario, Quebec, something like that, and line up a bunch of challenge matches. So all you guys out there in Quebec and Ontario, think about that, and we'll find some challenge matches for you.
Yeah, we'll find out who wants to
you.
pull, and we know roughly what guys we have down here, and if you're a heavyweight, step up. I'm pretty sure we could find someone to pull against you. If you're a lightweight, we've got Will Sardy in Nova Scotia at 135 pounds. Will Sardy may be the best 135 pounder in Canada.
Yeah. We'll find out here in a couple of weeks at the Nationals.
At the Nationals, that's true. So that takes care of the challenge matches. We've done